judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of Bryans. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Okay, ready?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Lance. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up.
Here we go.
So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the set.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The Browns sit 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts. in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, he'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to put.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. But their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
On second down, here's Mixon. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Lance now to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Lance. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance. He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it at about the 1. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the 22, Watson buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Grant Delpit. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now Chubb running right. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Watson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
York able to send this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Bengals.
Here we go. Back.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Okay, right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, it's Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go with Chubb on second down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And again, it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
In motion left goes Cooks. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Room here to run. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he coughed it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
In motion left goes a tight end. Following the fumble recovery, Lance finds his tight end Ingram. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action, now it's Lance. Nowhere to go here, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. This was a close game. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Lance. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Good push up front, and then a run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
The middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A give. This is Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 74 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call, running left. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A give running right is Chubb, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
York able to send this one through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. There, this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 113 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They run. Chubb. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Rolling to his right, and it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on, set. Go. Yellow.
Lance now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Meanwhile, Lance's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And Lance going to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Lance looking to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now Chubb. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. And the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all